something that gets me really pumped up in the morning is to do a stretch in the morning. So when I wake up, you know, I do my normal stuff. I go brush my teeth, etc, etc. But I like to do a bit of stretching, so a bit of stretching your back muscles, stretching your arms and your ankles and your head, just to make sure your body is working and it's moving and you don't injure yourself during the day from walking up all those stairs. I think it's important to stretch because it really just awakens up your system. It's a very holistic thing, but I think it's important to feel your body in the morning. So if you've got any pains and stuff, you know what to avoid. Number 10 is to try out cooking. A lot of you guys won't cook, and I know for a fact that, you know, people just don't nowadays because everyone's busy, and I totally understand. And you know, for me, I still find it really tough, but I force myself to cook my own meals. In fact, I cook meals for everyone now. I am the cook in the house, and it's important to cook because you know what you're making. And I know it takes a little bit of time, but you guys might find it becomes a hobby or a little bit of a passion of yours. Cooking is actually very, very fun if you put your mind to it. So try it out. Try making your own food. If anything, try making your own breakfast. Number 11 is say no to fast food. So honestly, if you walk past a McDonald's, don't go in there. If you walk past a Burger King, I love Burger King, don't go in there. Just do not. Don't go into Subway, do not go into KFC, do not go into Pizza Hut. All those places, the obvious places, just don't eat there. Number 12 is no alcohol. Well, I will say no alcohol, but cut down the alcohol. To be honest, I don't really drink alcohol anyway. I like champagne, which practically has 0 calories anyway. I like rosé, and I like a bit of red wine when I have red meat. But to be honest, if I can, I'll cut it out, especially things like beer and stuff will just convert into sugar and fat, and it's just totally not good for you. Number 13 is another good tip. When you're hungry, try and do something else. So if you're going to want to be more consistent, why don't you try taking up a hobby? Try some sort of distraction. So for me, when I'm hungry or something, I go and do something like I play like silly online games, or I go and watch TV. Sometimes I've had to even sleep, because if like the whole of my family is outside eating like a big pie and there's loads of them and it's a big family thing, I'll go and have a nap, you know, something small like that. You know, I don't know whether you guys will understand. Take a walk, go for a jog, read a book, anything to stop you. Sometimes I find even locking the door helps. I mean, I know you can unlock it, but your brain might stop to think about unlocking it before you actually just break the door open and run out and get some food. So if you know you're not supposed to eat it, try and do something else. Number 14 is to limit yourself from sitting there and watching TV and going on the computer too much. I know we all go on the computer, but try not to sit there for too much. If you sit there for more than like an hour in one go, get up, go jog on the spot, go and do something, you know, go do the housework. But sitting there constantly is not good for you. It's not good for your body, it's not good for your mind. Everything's going to turn to mush. So try and limit your amount of time that you spend in front of the TV and the computer. Number 15 is swapping your beverages. I know especially in the UK, we drink a lot of tea and coffee. I mean, in America, I know you guys are coffee mad, and Starbucks especially is like a crazy one, but try and swap your teas and coffees. Try go for a decaf. Try have like skimmed milk instead. Perhaps try sweeteners. Don't add the cream. You know, just basically stuff like that. It's easier with tea, I think, because I feel like there's more options. Because, I mean, personally, it's because I like things like herbal tea. Herbal tea, fruit teas are a nice alternative. Number 16 16 is something I kind of touched on earlier, and it's basically to try different varied types of food. So that may be a new vegetable, maybe a new type of food. I love going out to eat, but it's just gotta be a bit smart about it. So when I go out, we like to go to places like Persian restaurants, Japanese restaurants, and those places you can find a lot of healthy foods. Number 17 is to sleep properly. I'm not going to go on about it too much, but there are studies that say that if you don't sleep enough, you tend to put on weight. So you need about 8 hours of sleep every single day, and just try your best to meet that. Number 18 is just a tip of mine. You know how after dinner you want to eat like a dessert, or you get like midnight munchies? Well, I like to brush my teeth after dinner. Like, you know, after I've digested, I like to brush my teeth, because if I sit there and like I have dinner at say 8 o'clock and I don't sleep until 3 a.m, which sometimes I do, around like 1 a.m. I get hungry. But the best thing to do is perhaps brush your teeth. I find that stops me from wanting to eat. I mean, you might want to eat, but you don't eat because you've brushed your teeth, you know. It's one of those mental things I have in my head. So you can try that, but that might not work for everyone. Number 19 is to chew on sugar-free gum. When you want something sweet, chewing gum is a good one, because you don't want to sacrifice your calorie intake by having even the smallest wedge of cake. And just chew gum. I don't do it too often, but when you really can't help it, a bit of sugar-free gum really does help for me. And number 20 is something that you can try doing after all of this stuff. Is basically to commit yourself to doing a very small amount of exercise a day. So you're supposed to do about half an hour of exercise 3 times a week. So if you can do something like 10 minutes 3 times a week, then that's something you can try at the beginning. So I know I went through that very briefly. I wasn't very thorough about anything, but I did have 20 tips to go through. So I hope that helped some of you. If you have any questions or you want more tips, feel free to message me or comment me. I welcome any suggestions. If you have more suggestions, don't forget to put it down below. So thanks very much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! But that works for me, so it might work for you. I don't... crap.